Hey, how's it going? This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and today I'm going to show you how to make this star charm. As you can see, it is a classic single double capped band that is just looped over itself in order to create a star. And lucky for you, you only need one loom, but I would highly recommend anybody that's making this charm to download this template because it's not only going to help you create a good color combination, but it is also going to help you keep track of where you need to loop this band over itself. Okay, so in order to set up your loom, you're going to need 3 bar pins, 1 large base, and 1 small base. And you're going to take your first bar pin, have it pointing in any direction. In this case, it's pointing to the left. Try to put it on one end as close to the end of the base as possible, and then secure the other end with a small base just like so. Okay. Then you want to grab another bar pin and face it in the opposite direction. So now the arrow is pointing to the right, and place it just like so. And then grab your last bar pin and have it facing the opposite direction of the center peg. So the same as the lower bar pin. So the arrow is pointing to the right, as you can see. And you want it to be aligned as well. So all 3 of these bar pins are aligned, as you can see, and you can take your hook and do one of these. And if that's the case, you know your setup is right. Make sure this arrow is pointing that way and the top and bottom are pointing that way. Next, you want to color in your whole entire chart. Alright, so I'm just going to color it into a color pattern that I think is appealing, and I'll be right back. So here I have my completed chart. It's colored with red, orange, neon orange, and yellow. And as you can see here, number 1 actually isn't a part of this star. It's just the band that holds everything together. So keep in mind, I always use number 1 as a white or a clear band, and today I'm going to use a white band. So what you are going to do is, starting with number 1, you are grabbing that color band, which is white. You are going to cap the band, and you cap it by taking both index fingers, having one through each end of the rubber band, turning it into an 8, and then bring your finger back to itself, and that is a perfectly capped band. And you are going to connect starting where the arrow is pointing away from you. If you set up right, both ends will be away, so you can start on either the bottom or the top, but I'm going to start right here. Take that cap band and connect pegs 1 and peg 2. Then your next color, you are going to grab that band, in my case it's yellow, grab a capped band, so now it's double looped, and connect pegs 2 to 3. Next is neon orange, and I'm going to connect pegs 3 to 4. Okay. And next is orange, so I'm going to connect pegs 4 to 5, and I'm going to continue down this whole entire line until I reach number 36. So next is red, and next is red. Next is orange. Next is neon orange. Next is yellow. Next is neon orange. Next is orange. Next is red. Okay, so at this point, you should have reached number 12, and number 12 is going to be the last rubber band on this bar pin. Number 13 is going to be a little different because now we are going up and we're connecting these two pegs right here. So number 13 is red. Then number 14 is orange, but number 14 we are going to connect these two pegs right here. So orange, 15 is neon orange, 16 is yellow, so neon orange and yellow. Okay, then neon orange, orange, neon orange, orange. Now we're on red and red. Then orange and neon orange. Then yellow, then neon orange. Okay, then orange and red. So this right here, this rubber band that's connecting these two pegs should be number 26. If you did it right, it should be right there. Okay, so 27 is red and 28 is orange. '29 is neon orange and 30 is yellow. '31 is neon orange. And 32 is orange. '33 and 34 are red. And 35 and 36 are orange and neon orange. And neon orange is actually going to be your last one. Okay? And at this point, you can grab a rubber band that's any other color. Doesn't matter which one. and cap it and just put it on these two as if it was continuing on. Okay, just like that. And now you are actually ready to begin looping. Okay, so starting from the inside of that first rubber band, which was this irrelevant colored band, this blue one, you are going to grab this from inside, bring it around those edges, and bring it up and over. Okay, just like so. Again, you're going to continue down the line, and you are going to do this until you reach this color on your chart. So let me try to explain to you what we are doing. Right now we are starting from number 36, which is right here, and we're looping backwards all the way up until you reach this point, number 19. So as you can see, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. We are actually going to overlap this red right here with this red, and then loom it onto itself. So I'll show you what I mean later on, but for right now, just understand that's what we're doing. So we are going to continue to loop all the way up until this point. Okay? Get around those corners, get in there, get around that corner, get around that, and just keep on going. Okay, right here, go in, swing it around, and bring it up and over. Okay, make sure this is low enough. And right here, you're going up, and you're going up. Okay, so this is the first red. I'm just going to bring this red up and then I'm going to stop, because at this point what we are going to do is overlap what you've already looped onto itself. So at this point you can actually start removing these bands, and as you can see, this first red is actually going to go back onto this peg right here, which is number 19 and number 34. So I'm going to pull it up off the loom all the way up until here. Careful when you're pulling it off, because it could get caught on the edges and you can break a band. Alright, so I've reached that point. Okay, so now that I have this whole band taken off the loom up until this point, I'm going to put this first red back onto the loom itself. But in order to do that, I need to make sure this is upright, meaning that the side is not going to twist and then you're looping it back on. You want to make sure that all of these look like teardrops that are facing the same way. So as you can see, if it was like that, it'd be twisted. Make sure that they're all teardrops facing the same way. And then I'm going to clockwise rotate this. Okay, I'm rotating my loom clockwise while I'm holding this end of the rubber band. And I'm taking this first red and I'm going to apply it to this peg right here. Okay. There you go. Alright. And that's basically the top of the star. That is the bottom right of the star. And as long as everything is upright in the same manner, you will create a perfect star. So please listen to my advice. Okay? Now at this point, you are going in front of all of the bands except those bottom two reds. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but I'm going to bring these bands down lower so that it will be easier to grab. Now get in front of all those bands, grab those two reds, get around these corners, and then bring this back up over itself. Okay, so what we did right now is we created this overlap right here. And now what we are creating over here is this orange, this neon orange, this yellow, neon orange, orange, and then it's going to overlap itself again right here on 13 and 33. So let's continue 5 more steps up until we get to 14, and then there's going to be another overlap on 13 and 33. So again, I'm going to go in front of all those bands. That's kind of tricky because there are a lot of things in the way. So right here, I don't know if there's a better angle, but maybe you could see it like that. I'm in front of all of these bands except those oranges. Well, I only grabbed one apparently. So there's the other one. Bring it up and over. Okay. Next. Alright, so we are right here, and as you can see, it's going to overlap itself again. So at this point, what I'm going to do is remove more of the actual star that's looped from the loom, and I'm just going to do this one at a time. Okay, take it off all the way down to there. And again, you want to make sure it's teardrops that are all facing the same way, so everything is upright. And this star is going to connect this peg, which is going to have this red rubber band and this top red rubber band right here. So I'm going to take this red rubber band, go through that teardrop, and put it over the peg, and then go inside and grab those reds from under and inside everything. Bring it up. Okay, and bring it over. And then next in line is actually another overlap. So what you have to do is, it's going to be this right here. You're going to pinch this in, and this top red right here is actually going to go over this next peg. So it gets kind of congested in here. Alright. Again, you want to make sure everything is upright. You want to get in that teardrop, bring it up and over that peg. And again, as you can see, there's a lot going on over here. You want to identify that single band right here. These single bands bring down, and there's going to be a single band right here, well, cap band. And you are going to get in front of all of these bands right here and grab those two and bring it up. Get around those corners. It's going to get kind of tough over here. Bring it up and over. Okay. And then again, go inside here. Make sure you're in front of all of those bands. Grab that orange and bring it up and over. Okay, so we just finished that. Now we're going this way. So now we get to loop 5 more bands. So I'm just going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we are. We just reached number 6. So since this has 2 numbers, it is another overlap. So again, I'm going back to the beginning, and I am removing more of this star from the loom. Again, I'm doing it very gently so that I do not break what has already been created. Okay, and as you can see, here's the red. The next red that needs to be overlapped is going to be right here and right here. So as you can see, the next 2 numbers are actually double numbered dots. So again, make sure everything is upright so that the teardrops are facing the same way. Okay, so the first red that's going on this peg is going to be this red right here, and the second red that's going on that one is going to be this red right here. So first one is going over like that. Okay, you have to be very gentle when you're doing this because this can slip off, so just make sure you're pulling it from down low. Okay, and from inside the teardrop. Alright, now just bring that from underneath, bring it up and over itself, and over here, get in front, bring that up and over itself, and then right here, you want to bring that up and over itself, and up and over itself. And right here is where it's going to end, but it does get a little different. I'm removing as much as I can from the loom in preparation for this. As you can see, I'm pulling on this different colored band. And what I'm going to do is, you can see where this blue band is going. And you want to follow where it's going with the hook. So get through that. Wherever this blue band is going through, you want to grab with your hook. And turn your hook in the opposite direction of where the blue band is. And bring it back on top of this second to last peg. Just like so. Okay. And once you do that, then you can go back and bring up that last yellow, which you are just going to bring up and over. And then you're going to grab this last white and bring it up and over. And at this point, you can actually cut off this irrelevant color because you're not going to need it. Okay, and you can take your hook, just go in and grab this off and then pull the rest of it off. And as you can see, that is the completed star. If you want, you can take a hook and get in those corner stars and just pull, and that'll kind of pronounce the shape even further. So get into those yellows and just pull. Or you could just use your finger, whatever's easier. And that is the completed star. Alright, so thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, share photos, follow us on Instagram. Everything is Justin's Toys. And I hope you enjoyed this.